Gymnastics at the 1998 Commonwealth Games. To date, Australia has dominated the medal count, but that could change today. That's because it's individual event final day, and the bulk of the medals will be awarded at Putra Stadium.
You're absolutely right, Scott. There are 10 gold medals up for grabs today. That's a lot of hardware. And although Australia has indeed dominated the entire competition to this point, Canada has qualified on every single event. Our most consistent performer, Emily Fournier, will be on all 4 events. Anything is possible during event finals.
What about the judges? They always play a huge part in any gymnastic competition, perhaps even more so today in event finals.
It's a very interesting competition. The judges have a lot of additional information today. They've already seen the routines twice. They know the routine content, every little nuance, the performance quality. I think the judges have the advantage today, even though the athletes have to deliver. The
individual event finals today is all about specialists and their skill. They say it's all in the approach, the strength and the stamina, not to mention the skill. The right stuff, if you will, to be the best. It could be that the Irish eyes of Holly Murdoch will smile, sparked by the fuel that makes her so brilliant. Kangaroo kids have glittered so far. Aussies poised for a high-flying medal harvest. Then there's Canada's Emily Fournier. 4 event finals, she's found a way to every one. Andrei the Giant, Kravtsov the all-around champion, sure to clutch victory again. The only question, how many times? And Canadian content, Richard Ikeda and his teammates, taped and ready with a little something stored inside. In gymnastics, they call it the right stuff. The key is to be brilliant under the bright lights just for a few moments, and that's the challenge that met the Canadian champion for 1998, Peter Schmid, of the Burlington Bee Gees, for exercise.
And his tumbling is indeed brilliant. Has a big opening line planned. Double twisting, double back, and look at that landing. He's right on the money.
Peter was in 3rd position for a long time in the all-around final, wound up 7th.
He'll be deducted 1/10 for offside on that 1.5, but the more you can pack into a routine, the higher your start value. Showing good strength on the planche. Scott, Peter's routine is out of 9.5. That's his degree of difficulty, if you like. A perfect score for Peter with that content would be 9.5. So unfortunately, that leaves a little room for the rest of the field to push ahead of him onto the medal podium. The key will be not to give away a single 10th anywhere. Full twisting double back, small hop, that'll cost him another 10th, but good start for Peter.
Peter Schmid of Canada, and there is the Canadian coaching staff on the sidelines reading him, and there is his mark. It is an 8.725 for Peter Schmid of Canada. Now, Andrei Kravtsov has been the star of the Commonwealth Games as far as male gymnasts are concerned, but he's operating with a troubled left arm, and so he finds himself on the floor exercise with a chance to medal.
Scott, I've never seen an athlete more focused than Andrei, and I don't think that arm is going to bother him at all. A very disciplined athlete, and like Peter, he's got all the right stuff in the tumbling department. Watch this. Arabian layout, 1.5. It is so beautiful to watch when it's done well, but rarely ever seen because of the danger factor. You do not want to come down wrong on that line.
All-around champion here in KL, the Pacific Alliance champion as well.
And this is where Andrei pushes ahead of everyone else. Fantastic pommel horse. Guguladze, beautiful spindle. Picture-perfect execution. Scott, his start value is going to be 9.9, so he's already starting way ahead of the rest of the pack. Japanese handstand, showing phenomenal strength.
27-year-old Russian competing in his first Commonwealth Games for Australia.
Now, Scott, he's got to keep his mind on what he's doing. He already knows he's on the way to the gold medal. Double back, and it's all his.
Great performance by Andrei Kravtsov, 9.325 the score to win the gold medal. Kris of South Africa wins his country's first gymnastics medal. England and New Zealand tie for the bronze. On to the pommel horse, and a chance for Canada's Richard Ikeda from Abbotsford, BC. Now, he won the bronze medal on the pommel 4 years ago in Victoria.
And he told me, Scott, he's really nervous about this one. He wants it so badly. And he knows he's got the right stuff on this event to do it. Now watch his hands. This is called single pommel work, and it sets him apart from every other gymnast. Fantastic control. The base of support is so small, and the fact that he can keep his body swinging around like that, incredible.
Did not compete in the all-around competition, so is fresh, if you will, for the event finals.
Now this is a dream routine. The judges couldn't ask for any more content than this, but it'll come down to execution, and he bent his knee a little bit on the scissors. Feet coming a little bit apart. I hope that's not enough to cost him the medal, but that was a fantastic effort.
And a clean dismount. Altogether, a very tight routine by Richard Ikeda for a 9-4-6-2. Dave Arnold, happy about that. But Andrei Kravtsov was back on the pommels in spite of the bad arm and just on a gold medal roll.
Now, Scott, we've talked about the judges having an advantage. This is the case. They know he's hurting. They've seen him push through with quality performances all week with no excuses. They know what he's capable of, and you know it's got to be in the back of their mind as they're adding up his score right now. Excellent execution. The knees are not bent. Beautiful split. We call that amplitude. Look how stretched he is.
Crowd loves this performance by Andrei Kravtsov to date. Now just the dismount.
The judges have a tough decision to make.
Richard Ikeda had a 9-4-6-2. Is Andrei Kravtsov better than that? All-around champion here at the Games. And it's a 9-4-8-7 for Kravtsov to take his third gold medal of the Games. Ikeda a solid silver for Canada. Dowrick of Australia third as the event finals continue at the Commonwealth Games. The event finals continue for the men. We shift our attention to the...
Save it, hold on to it.
Still scores a 9-2-7-5. Kris was fourth in the all-around competition for Canada, just missed the medal.
Now his first vault was at a 10. His second vault is going to be at a 9-8, and no one here is throwing that kind of degree of difficulty. That's an Ekopian. Oh! A difficult vault to do well, but Kris normally has it under full control, not today.
8-8-5, the second score, so they average it for a total 9-0-3-2 for Kris Burley. Here's Simon Hutcheon of South Africa. South Africans have been doing well in the event finals. He is a vault specialist.
He certainly is. He has an international reputation and a surprise on his second vault. But here's his first vault. Alu Young, that has a start value of 9.8. It's a front layout, 1.5. Watch this, huge air time. Front layout, 1.5, spots the landing and tries to stay in between the white lines.
21-year-old Simon Hutcheon scores 9.5 on the first vault, and here's the second. They average the scores of the two.
And this one is named in his honor. World original, that is the Hutcheon.
Great reaction from the South Africans on the sideline. 21-year-old Simon Hutcheon. Oh, that was just a great vault.
What a feeling that must be to win the gold doing a vault that's named in your honor.
First gymnastics gold for South Africa, another silver. Brett Hudson of Australia, the bronze. To the parallel bars, the next to last event for the men. Andrei Kravtsov really on a roll and in search of a fourth gold medal.
They're going to rent extra luggage space on the plane for him to take home all of his medals. Unbelievable world-class content, world-class execution. Beautiful Moy. Such a smooth, confident performer. Back toss. Beautiful. Tumilovic, that's a back toss half. Diamondov quarter, he's got every trick in the book, but it's how he does it. Doesn't give the judges any opportunity for execution errors. Stutz to one bar. Back toss. And the big dismount. Double pike. Doesn't get any better than that.
Already won the individual all around, the floor and the pommel, and he gets a 9-6-3-7 here. Richard Ikeda was strong on the pommel horse, winning silver for Canada. He's got another chance on the P-bars. He is the 1996 Canadian national champion.
And Scott, his mount has caused him quite a bit of concern since arriving in KL. The whole sequence has been causing him a problem, but not today. Looks great. The key to parallel bars is to keep it moving, keep a swing. Great stutz, back toss. Beautiful. Stutz to one bar. Excellent flow. Just the dismount, Scott. He's got to nail it. Oh, and he's got it.
Well, Richard Ikeda looking to add to his medal total. And he'll do it with a 9-1-1-2. Yet another gold for Andrei Kravtsov, his fourth in KL. As for Richard Ikeda, a second silver on a good day.
It's like a big blur, I guess. I don't know. I just went out there and just did my job. I wasn't expecting anything. I just wanted to go out there and hit routines for the judges, so helps me in the future, of course. Like at Worlds, so they know you. So I just wanted to go out there and do my best.
Canadians a big factor on the high bar. First, Kris Burley of Truro, Nova Scotia, still searching for that individual event final medal today.
And he was extremely disappointed after vault, and it is so tough to perform when you've got that disappointment riding you. Winding up for his big release move. Hutcheon with Burley style. Always clean and classy.
Won 3 silver medals in Victoria, BC 4 years ago.
Beautiful swing. On high bar, it really comes down to the dismount. He's shown good control. Now his start value is 9.6, so he leaves a bit of room for the rest of the competitors. Full twisting double layout. He's not leaving any room on that dismount. He nails it into the ground.
Well, it's an even 9 for Kris Burley of Canada as he puts himself in medal position. The last man up in the men's individual event finals, Alexander Jeltkov.
And Scott, here's an athlete that's about to put his money where his mouth is. He was so disappointed after the team competition. He said, see that high bar? Event finals, it's mine, I own it. I'm not falling again, and there he goes. Kovacs, but he's got one more, and this is where he fell. Not today, he holds on for dear life.
1997 Canadian champion, originally from Soviet Georgia, now one of Canada's biggest gymnastics stars, Alexander Jeltkov.
So much talent, so much heart. He wants this. Full twisting double layout, and he is got it.
Nailed the dismount, signals to the crowd. Big smile for Sasha Jeltkov, as they call him.
He's got that I told you so look. Now we'll have to wait and see what the judges tell him.
The chalk flies, and so did Jeltkov on the high bar. His teammate Kris Burley watches and waits, as does Jeltkov, and there's the result. An outstanding score, 9-4-2-5 for Sasha Jeltkov as he delivers gold for Canada on the high bar. Kris Burley, his teammate, takes the silver. For Alexander Jeltkov, it's a medal that comes at long last.
It's the great feeling being the last guy on the last event, and it's my favorite event. And I had a so-so competition these days, and I couldn't miss it. I just had to win.
Gymnastics gold finally for Canada.